Good morning. Welcome to this circle. Welcome to SSUC, where we're spiritual seekers united in community. We're a new arrangement of beautiful people today, seeking community with one another, bringing our individual selves to something bigger than us. So whether we're here for the first time or for the first time in a while, or whether we make this our home regularly, you're a part of what happens here this morning, and you're welcome. Regardless of who you are, we are a community that welcomes all sizes, all ages, all colors, all cultures, all genders, all sexualities, all religions, many or none, all abilities, all status, all types, all people. And so welcome. Whatever brings you here today, whatever mood you're in, however we are, we're here and we're together. Every time we light this candle as a community, it reminds us of something beyond ourselves, the light of the cosmos, the light within us and between us, the light of wisdom that we seek. And it reminds us that we've shared this light with thousands, millions before us, and that this light will shine on beyond us. It connects us, past, present, future. The Sufi mystic Rumi wrote that the lamps are different, but the light is the same. So many garish lamps in the lamp shop, but forget about them. Concentrate on the light, he said. One matter, one energy, one light, endlessly emanating all things. And so ground yourself, strip yourself down to blind, loving silence, and stay there until you see that you are gazing at the light with light's own ageless eyes. As we come into this time together with community, we will sing our way in, through, and out of our time together today, because we're in a series about singing. Not just singing, but particular singing. And we'll focus on a particular song today, and we'll talk about what it means to community, what it means to us, and what it means to how we live our lives. So, as we open into that time, let's sing a song. Whether you know it or you don't, it doesn't matter. We'll make our way through it. I sing to you. Let's sing to each other.
I sing a song to the mountains, I sing a song to the sea, valley and stream, flower and tree, I sing to you. I sing a song to the lion, I sing a song to the deer, birds of the air, life in the sea, I sing to you. Oh, what a wonder, oh, what a marvel, oh, how awesome you are. Oh, what a wonder, oh, what a marvel, oh, how awesome you are. I sing a song to community, I sing to millions who care, walking for good, willing to share, I sing to you. Oh, what a wonder, oh, what a marvel, oh, how awesome you are. Oh, what a wonder, oh, what a marvel, justice and truth, courage and grace, I sing to you. Oh, what a wonder! Oh, what a marvel! Oh, how awesome you are! Oh, what a wonder! Oh, what a marvel! Oh, how awesome you are! Oh, how awesome you are!
In a moment like this, we begin our gatherings as we do each and every time we meet, with an honoring of the land. Recognizing that it isn't ours, never was, never will be. We pretend like we own little pieces of it, this much square feet and this much yardage in our yards, but it isn't our land, is it? The land has been here long before us and will be here long after. It is sacred in its very existence. So we not only honor the longevity and the wisdom of the land, we honor its first peoples as well. The Cree people of Treaty 6, all those who have called this home and traveling route over the many, many centuries. Here on the southwest corner of Edmonton, on the ancestral lands of the Papaschase First Nation. Here in central Alberta, the land of our Métis brothers and sisters. Here as our own ancestors chose to settle here, or we ourselves chose this place to call home. For all of that, we're grateful. Because this is a place where we can live in relationship with each other, with the land, to care for each other and to care for our land. And to learn better how to do it. To learn from the teachers that have been here and to learn from those willing to journey with us. And so in that path of reconciliation and partnership, we walk together. We have the great honor this morning of celebrating in a ritual of welcome and belonging in the baptisms of Kai Alexander Fujikawa and Sophia Kathleen Anastasov. We'll have a chance to meet their parents, of course, as they gather with us. Many of you know their grandparents. Kathy and Larry are right over here, proud grandparents. And we look forward to sharing in this ritual with them this time of belonging and baptism. And so I'll invite the parents and to come forward. We'll gather around here. Now, I'm going to just come a little further because you don't want to block your friends and family from seeing exactly what's going on, do you? We gather here with Sophia and with Kai and their families to celebrate their belonging. With water and light, we celebrate Sophia and Kai's place in this world and honor their connection to all life. Above them are the stars. Beneath them is the earth. Within them is the light of life. We bless them with this water that, like the earth, their life might be grounded, and like burning light, their spirit might shine. And we bless them with our words, that they may know that we journey with them in the quest for meaning and for purpose. And so we gather around this water and these families to share in their journeys. In this time of belonging, we recognize that these children, these cousins, belong to the universe, that they are spiritual beings and that their parents have the great honor of caring for, teaching, and cherishing these beloved children. And so we celebrate them and the names by which they'll be known to us. So, first of all, Lauren and Mizuki, by what name shall your child be known?
Kai Alexander Fujikawa.
And Denise and Philip, by what name shall your child be known?
Sophia Kathleen Anastasov.
Some questions for you parents. As you seek to celebrate the sacredness of life, to instill a sense of wonder, passion, and gratitude for the gift of life, and to inspire this awareness in Kai and Sophia, do you intend to celebrate that always?
We do.
Do you seek to nurture Kai and Sophia in their spirituality and help them to take their place in the world as a loving, responsive, and responsible human being, embracing discovery and creating possibilities for them both to experience the sacredness of life more deeply?
We do.
And do you seek to grow and evolve in your connection to meaningful values and find ways for your family to cultivate community, express compassion, celebrate diversity, and engage life with spiritual depth, making a meaningful difference in the world?
We do.
Lauren and Mizuki, Denise and Philip, recognizing that many nurture and influence children as godparents, you have the unique privilege of taking on that role for your niece or your nephew. You will be special friends, special family members to Kai and Sophia. And so will you guide and encourage these children by your words and actions, supporting them in their spiritual development? Will you seek to share your wisdom and experience with these kids, helping them to learn enduring values, experience, and traditions?
We will.
We recognize that all of us, friends, family of SSUC, we are part of a whole community of support that includes extended family, friends, communities of many kinds. There are many who nurture and influence our children. As the spiritual community of SSUC, we offer our support and our care with these words. We seek to be a source of support and encouragement to your family. We offer to share our stories, wisdom, and experience with you. And we welcome you and your children to journey with us as we seek to deepen the awareness of our spiritual essence and our social responsibility. As we pour this water, we recognize that it is in water that we're born, of water that we're made. With water we are refreshed, and by water we are sustained. It's with this ancient symbol of water that we welcome and celebrate Kai and Sophia. And so now, first, Kai, come forward, come on, look. As we are all part of community, folks, each one of us having a place and a part, it is not for one person to impart these words of baptism. It is for all of us to welcome and bless. And so we join together to speak these words of baptism. Yes. Yes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, folks. Kai, we baptize you in the name of love. May the source of love be your strength. May the love we learn in the stories of our tradition be your guide. And may the spirit of love in which we are immersed be your wisdom. We welcome, affirm, and bless you, Kai. Yes, you did it. All right, we're going to take a walk, aren't we? You know this tradition, SSUC. Let us introduce you. Everyone, this is Kai Alexander Fujikawa, and we call you blessed. Let's go meet these people over here. Can we have the words on the bottom of the screen, please, Sarah? We just need a reminder. Oh, of course, it's the wrong ones. Where did it go? That's the one. Oh, you're waiting for me. Thank you.
Sure are.
Thank you.
You bet.
Folks, this is Kai Alexander Fujikawa, and we call you blessed. Yes. How about over here? We've got one more group. Friends, this is Kai Alexander Fujikawa, and we call you beloved. And then you know some of these folks over here. Let's go see. Where'd Grandpa go?
Grandpa.
Oh, he's over there. Oh, my goodness. Well, Grandma's over here. This is Kai Alexander Fujikawa, and we call you blessed. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, everyone, it's Sophia's turn. Come on, Sophia. Do you think she'll come? All right. Oh, sleeping?
Yeah.
Sleeping? Oh, my goodness. Hello. Okay. Cover your knee. There we go. All right. Well, folks, this is Sophia, and if you would participate with us in the words of baptism. Sophia, we baptize you in the name of love. May the source of love be your strength. May the love we learn in the stories of our tradition be your guide. And may the spirit of love in which we are immersed be your wisdom. We welcome, affirm, and bless you, Sophia. She didn't wake up very much. Isn't that great? My gosh. I just realized why I can't change the slides. It's because my fingers are wet. There, we got it. Okay. All right. All right. How about this group over here? We'll take a walk. Friends, this is Sophia, Kathleen, Anastasov. And we call you beloved. Oh my goodness, look at you. Friends, this is Sophia, Kathleen, Anastasov. And we call you beloved. You've got to wake up, Sophia. Look, all these people are talking to you. Oh my goodness, let's go over here. Friends, this is Sophia, Kathleen, Anastasov. And we call you beloved. Look at these folks over here. One eyeball almost open. Friends, this is Sophia, Kathleen, Anastasov. And we call you beloved. Okay, you did really well. Very nice. Lovely. You're welcome. Okay, we'll just do one more little thing here. Larry and Katie, would you come, please? You are going to receive this candle on behalf of these children. Just stand here as we share with one another. First, I have to find my words. We offer this candle for each of these children and ask that you receive it so that it might symbolize the light that shines in each of you. May it burn brightly in you. May it remind you that you are a unique and vital piece of the sacred creation. May it remind you of community, welcome, and love, knowing that you are loved just as you are. May the blessing of a shared life of love and light be alive in you and with you always. May it be so. Thank you. And now why don't we sing? This is an old tune with some new words. Let's share in the continued blessing of these families and of community together with the singing of this song.
In great love we join together, welcoming life that blazes bright, celebrating with great pleasure, radiant spirits filled with light, born of star stuff made of miracle, fire and water, earth and sky. Bless the path we carry, circle all our hearts with love alive. Cherish universal wisdom, wonder, passion, quest for life. See diversity through love's prism, open to time's sage advice. Let the melody of compassion and source of help. May the range of light's rich colors yield a vibrant sense of sound. Candles glowing, burning brightly, tell of living community. Shine each day, expressing bravely value, beauty, and unity.
This is a
How about this green one? Is that one on? Yes.
This is a reading from Psalm 96, verse 11 to 13. Let the heavens rejoice, let the earth be glad, let the sea resound and all that is in it. Let the fields be jubilant and everything in them. Then all the trees of the forest will sing for joy. And the second reading from Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Fill your minds and meditate on things true, noble, reputable, authentic, compelling, gracious, the best, not the worst, the beautiful, not the ugly, things to praise, not to curse. Keep on doing what you've learned, what you have heard and seen and realized. Do this, and peace will be yours in harmony with all. This is wisdom from both the ancient Hebrew scriptures and the first century Jesus tradition. May we find wisdom for
All creation sings a story of great splendor
So in MC fashion, I'm going to make an announcement that was handed to me because there happens to be a car in the parking lot, not just with its lights on, but it seems to be running, and the doors are unlocked. Now, as someone with an auto start, I know that can accidentally happen, that it just starts and maybe you unlocked it too. But license plate CMM5366. If that's you, you'll know what to do. And this is a place of no judgment, so if we see you leave, it's okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, from the ridiculous to more ridiculous. Do you know the old story about dandelions? I'll tell you. Some homeowners took great pride in their lawn. We're saving on gas. It's good. Some homeowners took great pride in their lawn and found themselves with a large crop of dandelions. They tried every method they knew to get rid of them, and still they plagued the lawn. And finally, they went to the experts at the greenhouse. They told them all the things they'd been doing, and they asked, what else? What else can we do? And they answered, I suggest you learn to love them. Nature is filled with diversity. Whether we call them cultivated plants or weeds is our problem, not nature's. Sometimes we do cultivate a beautiful garden. Sometimes we're guests in nature's chaotic, diverse, and messy wildness. We can perhaps learn to love it all. Now, I've got a question for you. Why is it pretty easy to think about loving all of nature like that? But when I substitute the word nature for humanity, why is that harder? Why is it hard? Humans are as diverse, and yet, there are always people that annoy us. There are those who are very much like us. There are those who are very different. There are those with histories, joy, and pain that we can relate to. And there are others whose experiences are so unlike ours that we struggle to understand. There are those who say things we agree with, and there are those with such a different view of the world that we, though understand the words that come out of their mouth, we don't understand why they're possibly coming out of someone's mouth. And yet, when we ask how we live together in the same world, in the same city, in the same community, in the same church, in the same family, I wonder if the advice isn't still the same. Learn to love them. But gosh, why is that so much harder? What Gilda read for us a moment ago, fill your minds and meditate on things true, noble, reputable, authentic, compelling, gracious. The best, not the worst. The beautiful, not the ugly. Things to praise, not things to curse. Keep on doing what you've learned, what you've heard and seen, and realize, do this, and peace will be yours in harmony with all. This is, if we were going to boil this down and have no other wisdom to draw on, it would just be the power of positive thinking, wouldn't it? It would just say, ignore all the negative, focus on the positive. But in fact, when we're dealing with the diversity of people around us and situations, the wonderful, joyous moments, but also the hardest and most painful, to meditate on the things that are the best of us and not the worst. To focus and fill our minds on what's true and noble and reputable, compelling and gracious. Those are powerful words, and words we all need practice at doing. Because if upholding our and living our values was easy, we probably wouldn't need to keep practicing them. We probably wouldn't need reminders written on the mirror. We probably wouldn't need to keep coming here every week to remind each other how to do it, or the fact that doing it is worth it for the good of the future, for the good of a new generation, for the good of what we're building in this life. On this second week of our series, Something to Sing About, our music, the music of SSUC and what it means to our journey. We're exploring a song that was written and adapted by a beloved former minister of this congregation, a good friend to many of us, Bob Hetherington. We just sang it. In that song, All Creation Sings a Story, he is reminding us that we are nature, that we are part of creation that sings its story. And when we appreciate beauty in all things, in all people, when we focus on what we've learned from nature, the cosmos, the mysteries within us and outside of us, and as we continue seeking wisdom and desire to do better, we are affirming that we are part of the great web of this world. And that all of it, as he writes, is sacred. That other reading that Gilda read for us from Psalm 96. The Psalms were songs. They were sung. They were part of the Israelite tradition in the temple, in synagogue, it was a singing tradition. These were songs to be sung, and this one says, "Let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad. Let the sea resound and all that's in it. Let the fields be jubilant and everything in them. Then all the trees of the forest will sing for joy." Throughout time, we're reminded in different places, in different writings, not just in Hebrew or Christian writings, but in writings old and new, we're constantly reminded that there's a spiritual impulse that is recognized that everything and everyone is a part of the act of singing in connection to life, a part of this kind of cosmic song. That each thing in its authenticity, when it's being all that it can be, when a flower is a flower, when a raccoon is a raccoon, that all of that is nature's song. And all are involved in some kind of act of praise to all. These are Bob's words again in that song we sung. All creation sings a story of great splendors to declare. So not just us humans with voices in words and phrases, but no, all creation sings that story. To be thoughtful of its beauty is to be in deepest prayer. So we, enchanted, stand in silence. Sacredness is everywhere. A song like that is so important to us as spiritual community because do you notice that there really are no divisions marked in that song? Do you notice that we don't talk about some kind of division between what's sacred and what's secular? Between what's human and divine? Between what's holy and profane? Between what's separate from our experience or part of our experience? That song doesn't separate those things because that separation doesn't exist. There's no difference that we can appreciate between our own experience and a separate, powerful being that we might call God, or the countless other names that we have devised. We don't separate these things. Why? Because it would be false. The human experience is a sacred experience. The experience of the light dancing in these candles, the leaves growing out of these trees and plants, the wind blowing those pine cones on that tree outside of this window is sacred. There's no need to separate it. We highlight this because many folks grow up being taught, implied, with the idea that humanity was somehow the pinnacle of creation. To care, but worse, control or subdue it. But we've grown, we've evolved. Thank goodness. We know that we are one part of everything endeavoring to be a healthy part of the ecosystem of our planet. And so it's okay to let those old tapes and scripts go. We cleanse ourselves of those human-centric attitudes that say, we are pretty much it, aren't we? We can let that go. We can say, we are part of the web of an entire ecosystem and cosmos and Earth community. So to be human and be all that we can be and recognize its worth is one of the highest ideals we can strive for. And that pull that we constantly feel, whether we call it our conscience or our heart, whether we call it our friend's elbow in the ribs, whether we call it a reminder from great authors or texts of our time, or in great songs or poetry. No matter what we call it, we are pulled toward our best and our highest humanity. And those values that unite us, connect us, and bring love, compassion, peace, joy, understanding. That's what is holy. That is what is within us and what happens to be between us and among us. So how could we call anyone or anything separate from that? Finding our own sense of that pulse, that something more. Finding that there's something more than just our own thoughts and ideas, more than our memories and experiences, more than any single story or person or plant or animal or piece of the world. We are connected to it and them. We are more than ourselves when we're part of a web. We just sang this other verse of this song too. Ageless mysteries still excite us. Time and space to yet explore. Yeah, we're not done yet. We still have learning to do. All within us, all around us, seeks that ever-radiant more. So we enchanted stand in wonder, sacredness lives everywhere. It reminds us, when we look at another person, stranger, friend alike, we are sacredness together. If you've ever sung in a choir, or you don't have to have sung in a choir, if you've noticed when you're singing in a group like this, that the act of singing isn't about highlighting the best singers or having the most musical or the most talented be heard over and above anyone else. Any group of singers If you notice that they're any good, it's because you cannot hear individuals. You hear them blending together. That doesn't mean we just turn down the volume on some people and up on others. It means that we're listening to each other and we want to be part of something. The act of singing is about blending our voices together, and the whole thing is a metaphor of how we work together. Not everyone's the same, or even singing the same note. That is okay, as I've said before. But we use what we have to contribute. Soft, gentle, barely audible, sure. Strong, piercing, okay. Low octave or high octave, doesn't matter. We all contribute to what we're doing together. And that creates a music that resonates through our lives. Remember, we're talking metaphor here. We don't just sing because, well, churches have always sung, so I guess we should sing. We sing because it's a metaphor for how we work together in life. It's a metaphor for how we make each other better. That we create music that resonates with each other, that creates a voice that affirms our values and understandings, that resonates for others who need it most. Sometimes we're not singing for ourselves. We're singing for someone else to hear it that needs it. Because we don't know what the person sitting next to us needs to hear. It might also be the way that we together work for justice, bring about peace, or find one place in our lives where we can love a little deeper, a little stronger, where we can look at that dandelion and see it differently, where we can look at that person at work or our neighbor who doesn't trim against their fence the way we'd like, and we can look at them a little differently and love them too. So on this morning, when we welcome and affirm and celebrate Kai and Sophia as children of the universe, as children of family, community, sacred in their very being, we are saying to them that they don't have to do anything to deserve that. They don't have to be special because they already are. They're sacred in this life. They're beautiful, they're human, they're flawed, they're miraculous, just like all of us. And in that is their sacredness and their gift and their challenge. And we're there, all of us, family, friends, extended community, offering ourselves as companions on the journey. With them, with their parents, with their grandparents. And we celebrate that they too will add their contributions to their world in the way that only they can. So in the wisdom of today's focus song, we underline our place in the world and we sing it into being. Because it all reveals sacredness. We are one and we're in it together. So may it be so in so many different ways.
Hi, good morning. My name is Tan Kai, and I'll be singing a Japanese song called Shikuma Gawa. Shikuma means 1,000 bends, and Gawa means river. This Shikuma Gawa is the longest river in Japan. The song is about the homebound traveler's reflections into his past, as he stilly gazes upon the endlessly flowing waters of the river. The small, dainty and blue forget-me-nots petals floats on the murky currents. The tall reed sways and rustles with the wind. The rippling waters dimly reflect the evening lights of the village on the riverbank. The ordinary ongoings about this river become a metaphor to the lonely traveler's life as he immerses himself in the phenomena.
I'll invite anyone with anything to share in the life of the community to do so now. We'll have some announcements.
Hi, I'm Iris Stanley. Most of you know me, but not everybody, and that's okay. But I want to thank you because this spring I moved from downtown Edmonton to the south side to be closer to this congregation, which is my home. And you have helped me so much. I had so many people who did the packing for me and taking all the boxes and taking even more boxes into their home to wait until I moved in. I moved into the Queen Alexandra Lodge, so I only have one room now, but I have a large one, and I really enjoy living there. I don't have to do anything anymore. Everything is being done for me. So I have a lot of time to think and to visit with people. So I was hoping that when you used to tell me, well, you live so far away and we don't go downtown, that maybe now some of you can visit me or we can meet. I'm just minutes away from Southgate. I am on 109th Street and 77th Avenue. And I wasn't thinking about this really until I had moved in. 77 has been my lucky number all my life. And now I am home, where I came to Canada 59 years ago. I only live 4 blocks away now. So what started is also my ending in Edmonton. I would like to thank you again for all the help. And don't you ever think that I didn't appreciate your help. I have all the way along, I have really all the time appreciate your help. I didn't always say it and I didn't always show it, I know that. I got cranky in between because everything was just too much for me. But you're in a wheelchair and you're in pain all the time. You don't really want to be nice and smiling when you are happy.
Fair.
But this is it. I'm living here now, I'm happy, and I'm back home here. So thank you again very much.
Good morning. I'm Pam Boudelier, and I have so enjoyed the music this morning, as I'm sure we all have, and the welcoming of 2 young children. It's wonderful. Well, the music continues this afternoon, and I'd like to invite you to come back at 2 o'clock and enjoy a concert this afternoon with a harpist and a saxophone player. I don't know about you, but I've never heard a harp and a saxophone together. So I'm quite curious to see how that's going to work. These are young people. One is from Edmonton. She's studying at the Manhattan School of Music, entering her 2nd year of her master's. And Cunnan is from Toronto and at U of T. So it'll be fantastic. Please come back. And I hope to see you here this afternoon. Thank you.
Shall we do the prayer? Yes.
Do what? Will you read the
strengthening our intentions. With me, please. May the sounds of our lives be filled with melody and lyrics that affirm, encourage, cherish, and impact our world in positive ways. We celebrate with joyous refrain, but we also sing with those who grieve, who struggle to voice their challenges, especially those who have lost their voice and feel silenced or oppressed. There are many singing freedom songs around our world, and so we sing in solidarity for safety and health of all who sing, and the strength of those songs to bring change, work for peace, and end war. We affirm that we all have a part and are invited into the singing. May we know that together we create that which can make the world more beautiful. As the music we hear and the songs we sing in this community come back to our hearts and minds throughout the week, may we be reminded of the values on which we're centered, the love with which we live, and the rhythm of compassion and justice that direct the music. May it be so.
And so, friends, we change the light from what it is now to what it will become. And none of us are yet knowing what it will be. As with us, as we leave this place, may we go in the hope that life changes us and that we might change life in the spirit of love.
For all the lovers, love's true kindness lives. For all the friends whose loves received as gifts. For all the wounds that love finds ways to heal. For all the feelings that our love reveals. My heart is grateful and full. Safe harbor in the storm. My heart's full and beating for love. For all the ways of showing tenderness. For all the ways that love can quell distress. For all the justice that our love inspires. For all the hard decision love requires. My heart is grateful and warm. Safe harbor in the storm. My heart's full and beating for love. My heart is grateful